Hey guys, UndercoverReviewer here, and today I'm just before I start this review, Gaia Guy is not a part of the review, bros. Give me a high five. Okay, next thing. I am gonna do a review on King Kong versus Godzilla. Probably the most, how can I explain this? Most classic movie you will ever see, if that makes sense. It's it brings out the best of both two classic monsters and colliding to each other. If you could overlook bad dubbing, low budget effects and whatnot, toy soldiers, then I suggest buying this movie because it's it's really fun. If you're a King Kong or Godzilla fan, I'm pretty sure you can overlook that, but it's 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 classic entertainment at its best. You, one minute you're watching Godzilla kicking ass, second minute you're watching King Kong kicking ass, and it keeps on going like that. It doesn't. What I like about this movie, it doesn't f around. There's one moment is someone kicking ass. There's one scene which I really enjoyed is the one where two of the Japanese tourists go to Forge Island and they give cigarettes to everyone. I'm not kidding. I was laughing like anything. And there was even a part where they give a cigarette to a kid. Yeah. So anyway, this movie is awesome, and the story, like, well, it's King Kong. He starts off in a Forge Island. Strangely enough, as it started out as Skull Island, but don't know why they changed the name. But he gets captured by the Japanese tourists, and they bring him back in a big ship to Tokyo to fight Godzilla. They get held back by another bunch of people who are in another ship, telling him that King Kong cannot go through Japanese borders. But then King Kong escapes from the ship and he goes on a rampage, and he swims his way to Tokyo or however he got there. So when Godzilla's there and King Kong's there, then the action starts really. It's it's either King Kong kicking ass or Godzilla kicking ass. It's that good. There's always something going on, which I love about this movie. Um, Although you're at the end of the movie, you're gonna be wishing there was more to the movie, like more battles than just two, because they only had just two battles, which isn't really enough. And when two monsters are in one movie, because usually there's a lot of battles they have, but the first one is just King Kong getting annihilated by Godzilla, which probably makes it that Godzilla is probably the stronger one, and King Kong is probably the underdog. But anyway, this movie is the story. Likewise, doesn't really need to make sense when there's two ginormous monsters on the loose. So, like again, it's you should pick this movie up. It's if you could like I said before, if you're a King Kong or a Godzilla fan, then I'm pretty sure you can overlook the problems like bad dubbing or toy soldiers or a low budget thing. But anyway, and rubber suits, so anything. The problems are really hard to take seriously, but I'm pretty sure if you're a Godzilla or a King Kong fan, I'm pretty sure you could get used to that. But otherwise, this is the shit. And before I actually go now, this is a little fact I would like to inform you about that there was like the rerun for the story. It was actually gonna make Godzilla win. So you'd let you know that. And second fact that it wasn't actually gonna be what should we call it, King Kong. It was actually gonna be Frankenstein, the size of King Kong in that movie. And here's another thing. If you look in King Kong, any of the King Kong movies, or just the original King Kong movie, you'd notice that King Kong was about 20 feet, and Godzilla is about how big? Almost like 100 or 200, very big. and very strong. So that kind of put people back. And yeah, that's really what I wanted to say. Although, yeah, King Kong versus Godzilla is a definite pickup. I would give this game, let's say, movie. Sorry, what am I talking about? Game. Um, I would give it a about 9.2 out of 10. Very good pickup. So yeah, if you're a hardcore King Kong, or if you are, I'm pretty sure you've like have the DVD, or cause I've got a DVD. It's well anyway, you should have it on DVD or VHS or whatever. But if you don't, at least seen it once. But if you haven't, then you need to see it. It's what really started King Kong and Godzilla. Well, King Kong started off in the original, but I believe that it started off as a Godzilla's thing. So yeah, well, you can say what you want, but I think that really started off Godzilla for me. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the first two Godzilla films I did not like. Godzilla, this one really gave a look for me, but even though the first Godzilla movie I ever saw was the one in 1998, really put me back in Godzilla very much. But who's bitching? Godzilla, not 98. That's horseshit. Godzilla versus King Kong is I know I'm saying this over and over again, but you still haven't got it. So get it, watch it. Whatever you do with good movies, do it. So, yeah, this is Undercover Reviewer and the Review Bros signing out.